Hey YouTube, I'm going to be doing a video today on the artifact material raid. Just a heads up, I already have the 30% power of domination buff on the raid, but that's not to say that this video still won't help you look at some positioning, some timing, some strategies to beat the boss. We'll go ahead and roll over to the heroes so you get an idea of my fighters, guardians, and the healer that I've been working with. So we'll go ahead and sort that. Fighters, guardians, healer. And we'll start off with the lords. So the first lord is King Hars. This was a lord legendary hero, so kind of lucky to have him. Not everybody's going to have him, but there are valuable substitutes in his place. And what we really want on Hars is a ton of HP. So looking at his lower skill, first off, he's going to increase his own stats by 15%. Then he's going to grant himself a shield equal to 30% of his max HP. And all other allies not in his faction get a 15% shield for their max HP. And also, when he's shielded, his defense increases by 20%. So his ultimate is also has offensive and defensive characteristics. One of the defense ones that we care about is he gives himself a shield that can absorb damage equal to 110% of his max HP. And also, every time he receives a shield, the shield strength is increased by 60%. So all good things on Hars. I don't have him awakened. We'll check his gear. So here I have the Guardian set. So not only does he have almost 100k HP, but he reduces damage taken to him by 15%. The gear pieces themselves are not that great. We'll go ahead and look at it. I won't dwell on the pieces too much. If you really want to take a look at them, I recommend pausing the video and just observing. But I'll run through these super quick. So here, it's a pretty good weapon for a tank. Have a good HP bonus and a almost purple defense bonus and some more HP, which is really good for Hars. The other piece of the Life Force set, we have a high HP bonus, high defense bonus, so another good piece, right? So start off good, but then here's some of the bad on them. So ultimately, I wanted high HP, I wanted to reduce the damage, and the rest of these stats are trash, which is okay, because he gets the job done. He's my best tank, and I'm happy to have him. Again, trash, high HP, trash. But nevertheless, 100k HP almost, reduced damage, and all of these skills that really help him. Also my artifact, increased block, which doesn't help with this boss, but it does increase physical damage reduction and magical damage reduction by 6%. So all good. The next lord we're going to look at is Wraith. He's the epic nightmare lord. And go ahead and roll over to his skills first. So basically he increases faction allies attributes by 10%, which is good because I normally run with a minimum 4 nightmares, because once you put all 4 of them in place, you get 35%. And also something else you can do, if you only want 3 good nightmares to run, what you can do is place the 4th one on the field and instantly kill them if you're not hurting for any costs. But yeah, that'll get their attack speed up by 35%, which is fantastic. I'm not really going to run through his skills because all I need Rad to do, sorry I said Wraith, all I need Rad to do is lock down a corner. I don't need him attacking boss. I need him to handle those slimes as they're coming down, because those slimes, once they come down, they will just run through your party and run straight to that boss. And for his artifact, I have the Ragnarok. With Wraith, ideally, I want a ton of crit damage. Let me show you why I want a ton of crit damage. Because this skill, where's it at? Where's it at? Oh yeah, the next attack deals 100% additional damage after every 4 attacks, and when you awaken him the first time, it triggers a guaranteed critical hit. shouldn't be a problem because I should have 100% crit, but I don't. And my crit damage isn't that great. So again, this character is a work in progress. He is awakened to a 4. He just doesn't have the gear. And we'll speed through the gear real quick. Decent warlord sword. You know, I would rather have 3 offensive traits. I have 2 here. One of them almost purple. The other one is purple, so not horrible. You know, it is warlord, so it gives 2 extra stat bonuses. This one is okay. You know, same as the sword. Really, you know, you have attack and crit, which are almost at 20 and above 20, so it's pretty good. And here, this one is solid. 60% attack. I have 3 offensive characteristics on the Bengal. One of them being purple, which is good. The other one being close to purple. This one not so great, but it's better than having, you know, a flat stat or something. So I will definitely take this any day of the week. If it was 23, that'd be fantastic to help with the crit, but it's not. But it does it. Wish these roles could have switched, but you know, it is what it is. This is a crappy piece right here. Basically, I just want that Night Terror set to get that 25% damage. As you can tell, nothing about that piece is fancy, and nothing about this piece is fancy. So Wraith is definitely a work in progress. Again, all I need him to do is lock down the corner, and we're set. So after the Lords, we'll go to Valk. Valk is important here because we'll go to her details. She can attack 3 spaces in front of her, which is very important when going to this boss, because you want your fighters to be able to reach and attack mobs that are not just in their face, because once the mobs hit the boss, they give him buffs, they give him heals, and everything goes bad. So with her ultimate, this ultimate is fantastic. They add a little visual here because she increases her attack range by 1, letting you further attack those mobs from further. Her damage goes up quite a bit, and if she's shielded, which Hearts is doing all throughout the stage, it's increasing her damage by up to 100%. So that's really fantastic. And also, with this stage, if you can't get your healer up in time at the start of the match, or you have a weak DPS who's just like a glass cannon, and you're trying to burn the boss, Valk will res that DPS because the boss hits hard and it's really hard to survive his shots. But you put Valk back far enough, or maybe just have enough HP on her to where she can survive, and then she can upkeep one of your weaker DPS. So my gear on her isn't great. It's okay. This is a okay attack weapon. You know, it has really good rolls. All of them are great stats to have. Nothing. The crit rate is good. The attack good, but you know this. I can't complain about it. Here I have 3 offensive characteristics. Crit, not high. Attack bonus is solid. Crit damage is not that great, but it works. This is pretty crappy. 60% attack though. Okay, crit. Nothing else fancy about it. Attack bonus. 60%. These are okay. Nothing fancy. This is a pretty good ring, you know, with the crit rate and crit damage pretty high. So again, Valk, main thing I want is her to attack far and her to hit hard enough to sustain my team. And the artifact I have is Flawless Blade. As long as she isn't taking damage, her damage is increasing, but the way I set this match up, she's going to take a little bit of damage because she's going to be on the outside. And next up, we're going to go to my burner. I call him Demos because I can't say his name. I try to say his name a ton of times, but I always screw it up. And y'all can roast me if I attempt to say his name and say it wrong, but I'm just calling him Demos. So this guy is my burner. Just look at his gear real quick. I have Ancient Mythic Ageless Wrath on him. And this is a pretty good piece. All purple offensive stats that he needs: 66% attack speed. The reason I have attack speed on here instead of crit damage or attack is because this is what I got. You know, I pulled attack speed. I was hurt, and then I did the rolls on it, and I was like, "Whoa! I might as well use it." So, you know, ideally it would be crit damage, but it's not. I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna use it, right? And next up, we have attack, 3 offensive stats. I need it. Healing effect. He does heal himself, but you know, it's not a stat I would want. And here I just have Annihilation. Nothing impressive about this. Almost purple offensive stats, so it's pretty solid. And again, here, a purple crit rate and a, you know, an okay attack bonus. So we'll definitely take that. Skills, I'll let you read them, but basically, when he pops this, shit drops. So that's what we want for him. We want him to be ready to pop this ultimate and put in work. His artifact, I put Scarlet Hunt on him because I didn't have any other artifacts and I just wanted a high base stats. So rather than, since I don't have a Salazar, I couldn't put my Scarlet Hunt on the Salazar, so I just threw it on him. This does nothing because I have no heroes that do bleeding. One day I might get a Salazar and this will go instantly on Salazar, or I might keep it on Demos and you know, keep helping his damage. But it is what it is. It's almost plus 25 and it gives me good base stats. So there are others that I can use, but I don't care at this point. You know, I'm 2-key in Nightmare 3, so I'm just roll with the punches. Next up is Volca. So all I need her to do is lock down the corner. She doesn't have impressive gear. This is a pretty nice piece, right? Crit damage, 3 offensive stats, and even rage regen. The set bonus I don't really care about. You know, I just threw some on there. I was just looking for stats for her to lock down the corner. Nothing about this set like really blows you away. What about her skills? What I do like is I put her on the left corner because that's the first corner that gets mobs, but she does allow allies and herself to restore their own HP. So without the 30% power of dominance, this might help because the fight lasts longer, it drags out a little longer. But I can't really tell you if it does or doesn't. I have a throwaway artifact on her, didn't even plus it. And this might be nice, but again, I just need her to lock down the corner. If she could do that, she does her job. And basically lock it down until the slime starts spawning the bigger slimes. That's when I definitely want to beat that boss, because once those slimes start overpowering the corners or coming down from the center, it's good game. And lastly, I want to go back and show you my healer, which is Hollow. I'm a huge fan of Hollow. You know, some people like Vortex more as an epic. Dolores I definitely like better, but for this stage, I like Hollow. I use Hollow almost everywhere. I'm a big fan of her rage regen to the team. And her gear I use, we'll go back real quick. We'll see that her attack-based healing restores HP based on the target's HP and the caster's attack. So she needs some pretty solid attack in order to get her heals off. You can see I have Salvation here. Very solid piece. More Salvation, and all of these stacks help her, so that's great. I have the Invigoration set on her, and the set isn't that great at all, but it does the job. I have Healing Effect. 3-piece set gives Healing Effect, and when deployed, the hero and a random ally in range gain 10%. So she gets 10%, somebody else gets 10%, so that's 20% extra attack on my team. More Invigoration. This piece is okay, you know, it's not the best. And more attack. And her artifact, I have the Gift of Hope plus 13. And she's 2 awakened. So that's pretty much the team. We'll roll over to the raid. And before we down the boss, I'll just show you some positioning strategies, something you can think about. As you see my team, I have Hars as the Lord. Valkyrie, she's also in this faction, so she gets that 30% shield instead of the 15% that everybody else is going to get. Nightmare, Wraith, Deimos, Abomination, and Volca. And here, I don't even know his name. I just put him on here. He attacks 2 spaces away. Hey, he's a 6-star. I built him for the faction trial. And here's another one. You know, he's a legendary, and I don't know his name. He's trash. I think it's like Aspen or something. But I probably won't even use him. Regulus, I will use him if Hars dies at the start. But other than that, my core team is there, and they're just gonna blast through the boss due to the power domination. If power domination wasn't there, I would definitely be using these other ones to block off mobs as they appear. All right, so getting into the swamp, boss is coming out. First thing I'll do is I'll throw my abomination out there and instantly block off this path, because this is where the mobs will spawn first. So as we see the boss walking down the path, what I want to do is place him to where my abomination can hit him, and if I'm putting mobs in this position or this position and they're facing them, they can hit him too. So the key here is wait till abomination starts to swing and face him. So as a tester, just to show you, screwed that up. But that's okay. We're going to basically, this is a tester. I'm just showing you how they can hit from up here if you're really trying to burn that boss. All right, so we'll restart. Boss comes down. Let's speed it up so he walks a little faster. All right. So boss comes down. As he gets close, I want to click my tank so he can slow his speed down. And as soon as he steps in that green square, abomination faces him, starts to swing, and boom, I'm good to go. So now I can attack him from 4 spaces up close. Next up, since I know my tank is strong enough to withstand him, I'll go ahead and play my Valkyrie, and you see she can reach all the way here. So what I want to do is pop this shield as soon as I can. The boss will do his ultimate soon, and I want to be able to tank it. An abomination, he can withstand a death blow, so I'm not worried about him dying, and hopefully she survives. I think she gets pretty hit hard at the start, so I'll go ahead and throw my healer up. Now abomination is using his ultimate. You see he's attacking over here. Mob's about to come. With my Valkyrie, I'll go ahead and pop her ultimate so she can reach all the way over here. Deimos, go ahead and put him to block it just to make sure the mobs don't hit. And now that my healer Hollow has her ulta, I'll go ahead and use it to build some rage. King Hars has his ultimate, get that shield back up. And now I'll place Volca so she can get some healing and build that nightmare damage up on the team. So now my Deimos, he's about to pop his ultimate. Boss just used ultimate, so he pops his. Put my last nightmare hero on the stage. Everybody has 35% attack speed. I got the vulnerability up. He's just going in. And that pretty much concludes this fight. I don't know why I'm choking. Alright, so pretty easy fight. Straightforward. 30% boost definitely helps. This isn't my fastest clear. Um, but yeah, that pretty much sums up the fight. So um, I hope seeing my heroes and seeing some of the gear and what I focused on to beat this helps you out. It really sucks that I didn't have I didn't do this without power of nomination. But oh, I didn't know I can disable it. So had I known that, I wouldn't have enabled it. I would have fought it without. Because what happens is the fight lasts longer, it drags on longer. You have to like heroes die, you have to sub heroes in and stuff, and it becomes a much more entertaining fight. But who knows? Maybe next time I'll do that before I make a video. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope y'all have a nice rest of y'all day.